I went to get the oil changed in my car today, and it ended up being $3,000 for what seemed like basic stuff. Then I went to the grocery store, it was $7.99 for organic eggs. So in a world with such crazy inflation, can a $189 guitar be any good? So when I hear that a guitar is $189, that's what I thought I was gonna spend for maybe some synthetic oil and an air filter. Instead, you go on Amazon and get a Fesley guitar. I spent more for the pickups in my last guitar than they charge for all of this. So when Fesley asked me, do you want one of these LP350 guitars? I said, sure. They asked me what colors. Now mind you, you can get it in black, in sunburst, in camo, or in this pink color inside. Oh yes. This is like the Bazooka Joe bubblegum pink, the kind of gum you got in like those Tops packs in the 80s that tasted good for 30 seconds but then turned into sawdust. But let's take a closer look at this thing. I love the black hardware on it. This bridge is attached. You can't really pull it off, but you can adjust with these two screws. PAF style humbuckers, 2 volumes and a tone. Poplar body, 24.75 scale length. You got 22 jumbo frets on a Techwood fretboard. Techwood is basically pressed poplar to kind of look like it's rosewood. I don't know, feels nice. You got these Clusen kind of style tuners. I do like how they kind of just cobbled the mahogany headstock right there. And then you have this Fesley headstock, which I think actually looks kind of sharp. It reminds me of an LTD, like the EC256. I love the fact that when I sent a picture to my good friend Paul Lorenzo, you know, the drummer in my band Lost Symphony, he immediately said that that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. He hated the color so much, which told me, Fesley, you're onto something. Because I love the idea that I can annoy people just with the color of my guitar. No, I don't want black. No, I don't want sunburst. Give me the dirty bubble gum at the bottom of the Tops pack. Give me that shale pink if you want to get bougie sounding. When I first took it out, the strings that came with this guitar, absolutely unplayable. If you do buy this guitar, make sure you buy a good set of strings. I put some Elixir 9-42, so about 7% of the cost of the whole guitar is just in the strings. Made a huge difference. And then I just took 2 little turns on the screwdriver and look at the action on this, guys. It's dead balls perfect. Not just good, amazing. I could put my hands up and down. The frets are smooth. None of them rock. I mean, they rock, but they don't rock within the Techwood fretboard, whatever that is. Wait, guys, there's more. So not only does it come with this gig bag, which if it were a condom, I wouldn't trust it. Came with some other stuff too, including these hang tags. So this first one looks like a quality control. Although it's all printed on there, I don't, is this a real person? Is this just some kind of stamp? Is this just supposed to make me feel better? I don't even know if this is true, but that's cool. Came with this thing that says, to lead a new cool, which by the way, these guys have a different slogan on everything. I don't know what that means, but on the back, has a bunch of different chords. If you're just starting out, this is actually kind of cool. I like it. But on top of that, you get a high quality, that's what they said, instrument cable, which honestly doesn't look terrible. I mean, who knows? You got yourself a hex wrench to adjust the truss rod. Got a guitar strappy strap. You even get an instruction manual that tells you all about the guitar, how to string it, although, oh come on guys. Don't string your guitar this way, this is absolutely stupid. Explains about the guitar. Fesley perpetuating stupid ways of wrapping strings, don't do it that way. This thing looks absolutely rad, it feels rad, and the first thing I really noticed was, a lot of the times when you play cheap guitars, they sound plasticky. They sound dead. They don't really intonate that well, so you could be playing all over the fretboard and sometimes it sounds good, sometimes it doesn't. It's loud. It sounds good unplugged. Didn't expect that. The other thing I immediately noticed is I love this neck. They call it a D-shaped neck. It kind of reminded me of the pattern thin neck that's on this Paul Reed Smith Swamp Ash special. Got my lucky calipers. We're at 24.41 at fret 1. Got my highly modded Swamp Ash special out. Let's see where we're at. 22.83. So just a teensy bit thicker than the Paul Reed Smith. Within 10 minutes of taking this thing out, I was looking myself in the mirror going, do I actually like a $189 guitar? Feels good, looks good, plays good, but does it sound good? And then I plugged it in. I'd rather underpromise and overdeliver. That's what Fesley did for 189 bucks. I really liked the pickups. I enjoyed playing it. In fact, I spent a whole week straight playing just this guitar, and I didn't stop liking it. I needed to get another opinion. I invited my good friend Corey Peza, my other bandmate from Lost Symphony, who also runs All Step Studios, plays session guitar. He does this all the time. And Corey, you can always trust him to give it to you how it is. He'll tell you if there's something on your face. He'll let you know that it's not so good. He's honest. Plugged him into my Kemper, which by the way, as a power amp, then fed through my VHT 412, and what you're hearing is the 57. That's miking my powered Kemper through my VHT cabinet. And here's Corey's initial reaction of me putting this bubblegum madness into his hands.
I mean, it's really smooth, buttery on that neck pickup. Yeah, I'd say like initial reaction in terms of playability compared to other starter guitars, much nicer than some of the stuff you know. If you, probably for the same price you'd get something at like Walmart would be a pile of garbage compared to this. F bar chord in tune, intonated on a $200 guitar. That's pretty. Yeah, initial reactions, very positive.
So what do you think of those pickups?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I couldn't, you could put this up against most other guitars and I wouldn't be able to pick that out very quickly. Those pickups sound great. You're pretty much at full volume at like 3 here for that neck pickup, and then same thing, I think, like it's not even.
Well, first off, isn't it not weird that the neck pickup is actually the volume's the top one? That's a little bit strange. It's like backwards.
It's a little wonky there, and the actual like, you know, your full volume for most of this turn, it's not really affecting much. You could probably get used to this.
Do you notice how the pots are actually pretty smooth?
Very smooth and also very sturdy. One thing you see a lot on cheap guitars is you don't have the consistent, the level from playing down here to up here, and I don't feel any drop off. I think the sound overall.
Dude, the frets on it, right?
Yeah.
That's out of the box, dude. I did nothing. All the frets are rad on it.
Yeah, I mean, aside from the Pepto-Bismol color, I got no complaints on this guy.
Nice.
You know, it feels pretty solid. You know, I would definitely recommend this for a beginner player. This would get you through, you know, a couple of years.
Well, dog my cat, Batman. That thing sounds awesome. What happens if we turn up the gain a little bit, put some distortion on it? Like, does it still hold up? Are these pickups gonna still make me happy, make you happy, Corey? So there's no shielding inside. So there's a proximity thing where you have pickups near each other. So you almost get like an extra boost from turning up the other pickup. So if you turn that down on both pickups, right? So now go to the other pickup. Yeah, turn that up. Now if you turn up the other one, it's almost like a little bit of a boost.
Interesting, yeah.
How sick does that pickup sound?
Oh yeah, this is ridiculous. It feels like Spinal Tap. Just listen to the sustain.
I can hear the sustain. This really kicks ass. And it's only 6 3/4 pounds. I say this all the time, but a light guitar goes a long way for me. It's not gonna beat out your $3,000 Paul Reed Smith or your Fender American Stratocaster. It is actually made in the Fender Squier factory in China. Makes sense. For $189, I can genuinely say that if you're looking to get in guitar and you don't wanna spend $500, you're gonna be very happy with this guitar. Make sure you find someone who can restring it. Don't follow those stupid rules inside the Fesley handbook. Make sure you know someone who owns a screwdriver that can turn this 1 or 2 times to make sure that the action's right. This thing's awesome. So I guess it's time to go pay the piper and go pick up my car for a cool $3,000. But knowing that Fesley sent me this $189 guitar for free, I still feel like I'm winning. Why don't you smash that subscribe button already?